Hi, I'm Taylor Craig. How are you?
Donovan, how you doing?
Doing good. How about yourself?
Good. I see that you were from Houston. You have any favorite teams in Houston?
Actually, pretty much all of them except for the Texans. I'm more of a Cowboys fan, so yeah,
Yeah, that's the Cowboy Nation.
yeah, of course. I mean, my dad grew up in the North Texas, so my dad pretty much engulfed in my brain that I was a Cowboy from the beginning.
Yeah, America's football team.
Yeah, that's
Well,
for
I
sure.
just wanted to ask you a couple questions about this job and the background information that you have on it, and then we'll get out of here.
Okay.
Why are you interested in this position?
Well, my dad, from I don't know how long ago, he's been in the business for 21 years, the oil and gas industry. So it's kind of why I wanted to get into this job. Also, I guess my foot in the door as well in the position. And it applies to econ, which is my major. So it allows me to relate more instead of trying to jump to a whole other industry, which I have no clue what to do.
It says here on your resume that you went to OCU, you were part of the marketing club. Tell me a little bit about that.
Well, Dr. Smith approached me to join the marketing club because he found out that I was pretty good in some of his classes, in the marketing classes. And turns out that I'm actually a decent salesman. I earned quite a bit of money for the club because we have to do a few big sales and just a few other odds and ends just to bring in some money, and did pretty well.
Why are you interested in this organization?
Coke, for one, I've looked around quite a bit in the industry for the energy training industry, and Coke does over the counter, which I know that you can make a lot of phone calls with, and I'm pretty familiar with this since the last jobs. I had to call like vendors and I had to call clients to make sure all the business was going running over smoothly, and for like money or just a few odds and ends that we needed to clean up with the vendors. A lot of times they called to make sure they're getting the job done and we're making sure they're doing it. So more familiarity with over the counter such as calling and whatnot.
Tell me about a time you had a conflict with someone you worked with. How did you handle this specific conflict?
There was one time where I had to work in a cubicle with another partner or coworker, and he just loved to talk. And to be honest, sometimes I would just like I have to get back to work or whatnot. And he would just keep talking, and it was constantly a distraction on how he did anything. I never told him that, but so eventually, just like I need to get back to work. Like, let me go back to work, and I put headphones in or something like that. And sometimes he would just do like tap me on the shoulder, like, "Hey, we want to do this," or "Hey, what's up?" or doing something like that. Eventually, I just had to go to my boss and tell him, "Look, like, I'm trying to get my work done, but I can't all the time. I'm trying to meet these deadlines, and sometimes I can't meet them because this guy's constantly distracting me." So he eventually looked into it and kind of observed that this guy was talking to me a lot, just kind of peeking around the cubicle. And eventually, he relocated me, and I was fine with that. It kind of sucked at the same time because it kind of looked like I told my boss, but I think overall the guy was fine with it. So
It was a very reasonable way to handle the situation. All right, do you have any questions for me?
yes. Do you think you're going to stay with the over-the-counter method, or do you switch to an NYMEX market?
As of right now, we're still doing the over the counter, but in the future, we're gonna looking forward to switching to 9 days.
Okay, that's the only question I really have.
All right. Well, thank you for your time.
Thank you very much. Hi, Taylor Craig.
Jamil Donovan.
Nice to meet you. How are you doing today?
Good. How are you doing?
Pretty good myself, anyways. So, looks like you're from Oklahoma City.
Yes.
Thunder fan.
No, Los Angeles Lakers.
That's a shame. Kevin Durant's doing pretty good lately.
Yeah.
About the Kobe life, anyways.
Yeah, I've been a Kobe fan since day one. So
Yeah. He's respected either front office or on the field or on the court. So, I can see why. Anyways, this is how it's going to go. I'm going to ask you a few questions
Mhm.
on your background experience and what you can offer us. So hopefully you can just fill in the blanks for me, and we'll go from there. All right. So what would you say the most important skill a sports manager needs to have?
The important skill, I believe, you have to have strong sports knowledge. That's for one, and you have to be able to market yourself. For example, my uncle actually lives in Houston, and he markets an NBA player, and he got him a chance to play overseas or with the Utah Jazz, and he met a lot of trainers, and he's actually referred down to me some. So once I'm able to do this, I'll be able to know what I'm doing from there.
That's good. You'll have good advice from him if you ever need it.
Yeah.
Okay, so I see that you played for an OCU basketball team. What managerial skills do you think you can bring to our organization from the team?
Well, I played point guard for 4 years at OCU, so me being a point guard, I'm the floor general, so I'm able to tell people what they need to do and where they need to go and how things are supposed to be done. I'm always communicating with my teammates and just being open with them and able to do that, which will help me with big asset to this company.
So you have a little bit of Chris Paul in you.
Yeah.
That's good. You always need Chris Paul on your team. So what are your plans for the future?
My plans for the future is actually to hopefully get this job, but in the meantime, I've always wanted basketball to be a part of my life after I graduated college. So whether it was coaching or being even still playing today, I always wanted to be affiliated with basketball. So me having a strong basketball knowledge, I feel that I can be a big asset to this organization.
And, once you start playing basketball, you never quit. You just have to be around it.
Yeah.
Tell me about a challenge that you've had to overcome, whether it be in court, life.
One challenge I have to overcome is probably be talking in front of people. And I realize now that you can't be a sports manager if you're not able to market yourself and talk in front of people, because that's basically what it's about. And you have to in order to build clientele, you have to be able to talk and communicate among other people, even people you don't know. So my coach in college always pressed me to talk. He was always on me to talk. So now I'm able just to talk in front of a lot of people, no matter how big of a crowd, without being nervous. It just flows.
That's good, yeah. I had a bit of a problem too, talking. I mean, the same coach would always just tell me, gotta talk.
Yeah.
Make sure you're telling your teammates information.
And every time, never talk, put me on the line. Right.
Sounds like you had a good coach.
Yeah.
Okay. So that's pretty much from a Magic point of view or standpoint. Do you have any questions for us?
Yes, I actually have one question. With this organization, will you guys market me, or do I have to market myself?
I think we're going to do a little bit of both. We want you to also have hopefully a clientele you can bring to us, and we also have people that we've had our eye on that we can hopefully tell you that, hey, let's go get this guy, let's go get him, bring him into our organization, let's go from there.
All right, that's the only question I have.
I think this is it, and we'll probably contact you in about a week, let you know if you have the job or not, or if you need to come back for another interview. So, okay, thank you very
All
much.
right, thank you. Thank you for your time.
Thank you.